Everybody, and welcome to Nursing You. Nursing You. You see the merch. You see the merch. You see the merchandise. Nursing You is a YouTube channel that talks about all things nursing. And you don't even necessarily have to be a nurse. If you support a nurse, if you love a nurse, if you want to be a nurse, you are all are welcome to this channel. I've even been given the feedback that other people from other industries, other professions have benefited with some of the content. So you are all welcome. But we are all about supporting nursing and adding to the pool of knowledge, helping you to grow in your profession. I'm so excited today. I want to talk to you about organizing your day. So here's a disclaimer. I am not the most organized person. I have a haphazard approach to almost everything in life. But when it comes to work, I try to be very organized because it has been a blessing to me in the past. Being organized has kept me from being thrown off too much during my shift with those unanticipated events. What's an unanticipated event? A code, a blood sugar going awry, either too high or too low because you're going to have to intervene, having to hang blood and having the patient have a reaction to the blood. Any of those things that you do not anticipate that happen during either the course of your shift or the course of a treatment. So here's some tips that helped me get organized. I worked midnight for years and I also work days. So I am confident that you'll get some good tips from what I'm about to say. So one of the things when you come into your shift, what you want to do if you're working the day shift, for example, you want to know right away who is leaving the floor. Which one of my patients are leaving for a diagnostic procedure? You want to know this because maybe that will throw behind their antibiotic if you don't get to it right away. So that'll automatically make you shift your priority. So say, for example, you were just going to get started with assessments. Maybe now you know, okay, I gotta check their blood sugar, I gotta get their antibiotics going because the antibiotics are gonna take a half hour, an hour, and they're gonna come get them for the test at a certain time. That will help save the day because if that patient goes off the unit and they're gone for an hour or two, now everything's thrown off. So the other thing you want to think about is there any medication? So say they're not going anywhere, you're good, you got them, you know when your assessments need to be done. Check your meds and make sure that everything you need for that, especially like IV antibiotics. So what am I going to have to think about? Do they have a good line? Do they have a patent IV? Do they have something running right now? Can I run it concurrently, or can I set up an IV piggyback? Do I have an IV piggy? Do I have a secondary setup? Do my lines need to be changed? Are they new? Are they fresh? So these are all things that you want to think about right when you come in the morning as you're getting set up for your day. Now, say you work the midnight shift. What are some of the crucial things you want to think about right when you come on shift? For the midnight shift, I would say think about within a couple hours of you being there, your patients are going to be knocked out sleeping. Some of them have sleepers, some of them are maybe not even on the unit right now, and some of them may have diagnostic procedures in the morning. So you want to make sure that you tackle that right away. Maybe they're supposed to continue their prep for a colonoscopy in the morning, or and that's going to prep you for, because as they're being prepped, you're being prepped too, right? Because you're going to have constant, if they're not up and ambulatory, you're going to be doing constant linen changes through the night. So you need to prepare yourself for that as well. But you want to think about, okay, I need to get my assessments in. Say nobody's leaving the floor, nobody's got any procedures that I have to worry about in the morning. I need to get my assessments done. I need to get them done quickly, and I need to review their vitals as soon as possible. So those things really kind of get you set up for success for the day, because these are the things that can throw you off if you're not prepared or if you're not thinking about these things ahead of time. This is all critical thinking, right? So I want to give you a tip. I want to give you a little bonus tip. You want to make sure that and if you look at my other videos, I talk about templating your life. That means building routines in not only the way you prep for your shift, but also the way you document, and that includes your brain. I have seen some scattered brains, and you nurses know what I'm talking about. Your brain, your piece of paper that you have everything written down on. You want to make sure that that brain is organized. Each patient, I have the code status, I have their IV sites, I have everything documented in the same exact place. Why is that helpful? Because if there's an emergency, I know right where on my paper to go to for that patient. So if the patient is coding, I know I have it written down what their code status is. So there's not a question, because in that emergency, you don't want to be having to fumble through the chart and look through to find out what their code status is. Okay? So here's the bonus. It's bonus time. So the bonus that I have for you, and I know this is not going to go well. This is not going to go over well for some of you, but I just want you to think about it. And I want to fully disclose that this was not me. I was the one coming in like right at 7 o'clock, maybe a couple minutes after, right at the start of my shift. And what I started doing is coming in 15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes earlier took me from like 0 to hero, because I felt calmer. I didn't feel like I was rushed, like I had my bag on my shoulder coming in the door to take report. And that really let me get a sense of what was going on with my patients. I could go by the room, make sure that chest was rising and falling, and it really set the tone for my night. So I want you to carefully consider coming in early. It was a blessing for me. It literally made a huge difference in the way that my shift went, but also it did something in my brain, and it helped me get more organized as time went on, and it helped me really build a practice that was solid. And so I want you to think about that, coming in early, just even 15 minutes before the start of your shift. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you, and I'm so glad to see you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.